Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Unblocks Us. Here we are once again, just taking a look at the Stampede. Everything is well. Just wanted to kind of do a little update of what's going on here and what's been updated with the Stampede. As well, pretty much what I did from last time. Well, a couple inches and a half now. Starting off with the tire. Seems like I'm not sure if you can see it here in the video, but the seal around the rim it's pretty much coming off, which is no big deal. I've already done it with the slash, so I already know what to do and how to fix the issue with the tires coming off the rim. I believe it seems like I started doing that from the last video I made. I was out there bashing with some pretty big rocks. And I would like to say maybe when the Stampede was going sideways, it probably hit a tire. There's a pretty big piece here that's open, like there, all the way through. I bought some super glue, so it should work pretty fine. So I did last time with the slash, so everything should be good. Now, what I went ahead and did this time, just to go ahead and share information, these shocks here were originally used on the slash, but if any of you who are keeping up with the videos remember these shocks here, the front end shocks were making my slash way too much high from the front and way more squatter from the back. But I've noticed that with this, it appears it's a lot more higher from the front and back. It's pretty much even. So these shocks here that I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to use, well, it seems like that I will be able to use them here with the Stampede. So that worked out pretty well actually. So not bad whatsoever. So, well, yeah, since we're already here, we're taking a quick little break. I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who has taken opportunity and time to stop by and check out my channel. I really do appreciate everyone just at least taking a look and seeing what it is I have to offer. Also, I would like to send out a big thank you to my first sponsor of the channel, which would be my brother, Francisco. Thank you for providing the phone and also the microphone setup here that I'm using today. I actually used it last time and it worked pretty well. Works really good actually. So little by little, still trying to reach 50 subscribers. I'm at 27, I believe. So little by little, I will get there. I'm trying to get to the point where I can actually do live feeds and get some other things going as well. But until now, it's actually looking pretty good. Not bad with the shocks. I mean, they're not red as the arms and everything else, but they look pretty cool. I know you can't really see them from here the way they look up in person, but they look way more beefy than the stock shocks, obviously, of course. And yeah, they should be pretty cool. I just like the way it looks with the blue shock, the red, and also the headlights here. These lights here, wow, they're super bright. They work really well actually. I'm very surprised. They came with the Stampede. They were actually original setup for the Traxxas factory, so they work really well. Super bright, and I like using them at night. Why? Because actually I can unplug them, but I'm going to go ahead and add a little switch where I can go on and off because if you don't want them, you have to unplug them. It's not too much of a big of a hassle, but I think I'd rather have a switch. That way I can just go on, off, on. I've also been thinking of upgrading the ESC here to this one. Would like to probably go ahead and add the one I'm using with the slash, buy an additional one. I mean, I just really like the way it works. Really responsive. Nothing's really wrong with this ESC here. I do notice that every once in a while it does have a lag when you pull the trigger or you whatever, mostly with the trigger. When you go to accelerate, it does have like we'll say maybe about a second. You can feel it. It's not big, but it's there. And I noticed with the other ESC that I have with the other setup, the 120 ESC, it's like every time you tap the trigger, it just moves the way it's supposed to go, and there's no lag. Excuse me, no lag between the trigger and also the speed, acceleration, whatever you want to call it. So I'm really thinking about buying another one, not anytime soon, but I'm thinking about upgrading this to a better ESC. And also, I'm going to go ahead and maybe, since I'm already doing that, I was thinking I might as well go ahead and open the rear case and just go ahead and change it to a bigger pinion gear, or is it smaller pinion gear with a bigger spur gear. That way, it can go. It would have, I believe, more torque. Not much speed, but I would like to have it more torquey. That way, when I'm out there in the dirt with the stones and rocks and everything else and the grass, it goes through pretty smoothly. But until now, I pretty much went ahead and added the spur gear that came with the Slash with the supposedly high speed upgrade. I believe it's a 28 pinion, tooth pinion, and I believe a 98 spur gear. And at the moment, it's running pretty well. I'm not going to say it's super lightning fast, but I will say that I've noticed a big difference in the way it runs with from what I had before to the upgraded version. So that's pretty good. And here we are with the back end rear lights. I mean, these here, it would be so cool if I can have it work a way where when I go to use a brake, they would just go higher and it would look really cool if I can do that. But I'm not sure if it's possible, but I will take a look because I do like to use my Stampede at night because of the lights. And like I said before, it just looks really cool. And I mean, when you're out there in the parking lot at night and you're using the Stampede, and the way the headlights look from the distance, and when you flip around the tail lights, it just looks really cool. And as everyone can see, I pretty much have a metallic shock tower. These are really cool, really cheap. I bought them off of AliExpress, of course. Now that I went ahead and changed the shocks from the stock to something better in the front here, I'm really thinking about just later on spending the money on the rear end metal shocks as well. They're only about 110 pesos, so it's not that expensive. And it would just make the Stampede look a lot more beefier with the suspension. As you can see, I've also went ahead and added I believe this is the hubs. Everything's pretty much metal except for these bottom plastic arms, but I'm really thinking about, since I'm going to go ahead and do the shocks, might as well go and add the arms as well. They're about 130 pesos also for the pair, and they come with all the hardware. And man, this little stand here that I should have bought a long time ago here, the RC work stand, this is amazing. I was always using my lab and everything else to work on everything that had to be fixed, and there was nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It works, but just the way this works here with the setup and the way it stands, it just makes a big difference. So what I'm planning on doing, guys, is also to upgrade with the servo. As you can see, this is the stock servo, which they say it works really well. Here it is here, the blue one. And there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever, but I will say this. I have my Slash brand new. I maybe used it about twice, 3 times. And the third time I used the Slash, this servo here, when I went to go make a left turn and it came back straight, it went left again and it was just clicking. I think maybe one of the teeth inside the actual servo stripped because I'm pretty sure they're all plastic. And I had to go with the metallic. So I'm thinking highly of changing this one here also. Why? Because it hits a lot of rocks. And the last thing I would like to have is for that servo to go out while I'm out there having a good time and then having to call it a day. So that's what I'm doing. And here we are once again. These shocks are pretty good actually. I try to adjust them, go a little bit lower, but if I can be honest, they just got way too stiff. So I just went ahead and brought them all the way back up and it seemed to feel pretty good. Now the only other issue I have as well, I need to adjust my trim. As you guys can see here, my trim is pretty much all the way to the left. I'm just going to leave it the way it is now. Later on when I fix the tire with the bead situation, I'm going to go ahead and fix that because it does suck when I'm out there bashing, and it seems like whenever I let go of the little wheel here, it just pulls really hard and it's not comfortable at all. And plus, from what I heard, this can really damage your servos if you keep it to one position, not in the center. So that will need to be fixed. Well, obviously, it will be fixed pretty soon. I'm planning on going out there hopefully this Saturday, which is tomorrow, or Sunday. I'm not sure. Memorial Day weekend, I believe. I'm in Mexico, so we don't really celebrate too many American holidays. But since I do work for an American company, we celebrate American holidays. So Monday will be my day off. So it's been a long time since I had a 3-day weekend. And also, once again, guys, I really do like this little wheelie bar here. This came from AliExpress once again. It's not the original one from Traxxas, but the price difference and the quality is really well. I think I paid around 220 pesos for this. Everything came with it, the hardware also. And until now, when it does pop a wheelie, I have no problems whatsoever. And I was really thinking about, since we're speaking of doing upgrades and everything else, I'm really thinking about busting out the T-Max. We're just taking a look at my history on my videos, and it's been about a year. Well, it's been a year since I've even started it or had anything to do with it. The most I've done with it so far is taking it down. wiped it down, and that's about it. The good thing about my T-Max is every time I use it, I make sure that when I'm done, I do that little WD-40 run. I make sure everything's clean, my filter. I run the WD-40 through it a couple times, maybe 2 to 3 times, and then I pretty much put it away the way they say it's supposed to be done. So I'm looking forward to bringing it out. Just not sure if I would like to use the blue and the orange and original one, but I'm really thinking about using this one here. This will be the Raptor body. It looks really aggressive when it's actually on the T-Max. It looks really short, stouty, and aggressive. And it looks really good when it's coming down the street, especially when it's hitting that 2-speed and it goes really fast. So I'm really thinking about busting out the T-Max and then taking out for a stroll. Here's his little brother, the Slash, chilling. I found this little toy toolbox chest or whatever it is. It looks really cool, and I like the way the fact that it's blue with gray. So I'm thinking about maybe probably putting it somewhere here in the front or maybe in the back so it looks like it'll be the toolbox with all the accessories in case something were to go down or were to break. And now since I actually do have an actual set of extra tires, I bought this dog leash. The reason I bought it because it has these clips and everything else. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and make myself one of those spare tire, what are they called? Tie downs? I'm not sure what they're called. The 3-point harness for the spare tire that goes in the back of this Slash here. So I'm going to go ahead and make one out of this here. And if it doesn't come out well, it's all good. It's a part of just trying to see what's out there, what you can do. And worst comes to worst, I'll just go ahead and buy one off of AliExpress. They're about 200 pesos. So T-Max there, Slash here, and of course open spot for the Stampede. Have my little collection of everything here. This will be pretty much my main box that I use for everything when I go on the field. Tools, spare parts, batteries, etc. Everything will be here. This is another additional spare box. I have about 4. Every single one has everything that has to do with RCs. It goes with the T-Max, all the way to the Slash and the Stampede. In the back, I will have my nitro, my bottles. I think I have I'm not sure how much I have. I know it's not much. About a half a quart and maybe half or a quarter gallon of nitro. You guys have to keep in mind that I am in Mexico once again. Nitro is available, but I will have to order it from either Guadalajara or Mexico City, and it's about 12 to 1300 pesos for the gallon. I believe that's about $75 to $80 for the gallon, and I also have to pay the shipping. So I'm looking at about 1500 pesos total, which is about $100 for a gallon of nitro. And ever since I've been using it, I've actually learned how to use my T-Max and not waste as much nitro as if I can say so. And it's been working out pretty well. So with that being said, guys, I want to take an opportunity to share what's going on here with you guys at Traxxas. Thank you once again for stopping by and checking out the footage I'm pretty much uploading to share with everyone out there who's interested in seeing what I'm doing and pretty much what's going on with the projects. Really, really hoping I can go out there this weekend and do a couple more bashing videos for you guys. You guys can check out some different destinations and locations. There's a lot of good areas around here. There's a really good creek bed, or riverbed, excuse me, that I think I'm going to go check out this weekend. It's really wide. There's a lot of good terrain. And it's just really good for going out there having a good time. So I'm thinking about taking the T-Max out there and also the Stampede. If I don't take the Stampede, I'm for sure taking this. The T-Max. If I don't take the T-Max, I'm for sure taking the Stampede and just giving it a run and see what happens. But I'm really looking forward to taking that bad boy out there. It's been about a year or more, so looking forward to it. Other than that, guys, if anyone out there has any suggestions, any tips, anything they would like to share, I'm always open to suggestions. I'm always open to go out and share with you guys what else we have to offer out here as pretty much terrain. So if anyone has any ideas or would like to see anything in particular, please, you're more than welcome to reach out. Thank you for stopping by and checking out the video. And once again, we will be keeping in touch. Have a good day, everyone. Take care. There she goes. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.